Alrighty, welcome everybody to today's discussion on 5 more high-impact use cases for AI in financial advisor marketing. Thank you for joining us today. I am joined by Sean Bailey and Devin Kropp, also of Horse's Mouth, who are the leaders of the upcoming AI Marketing for Advisors workshop, which is a 5-week workshop starting this Thursday. So if you're interested in getting some step-by-step support and detailed processes to accomplish some of the marketing workflows we'll be discussing today, you can go ahead and go to horsesmouth.com/AI marketing to learn more and join us. It's kicking off this Thursday. Okay. So for today's discussion, Devin, maybe you can lead us off by talking a little bit about niche marketing, because I think, most advisors are familiar with the power of niche marketing, but they might not realize, or maybe they do because they've tried it, the amount of work that goes in, researching niches, finding an effective, lucrative niche, and then staying on top of that niche as you continue to market to it. Maybe you wanted to discuss how AI can be a big help to advisors here.
Yeah, it's a great question, Doug. And like you said, we know that many advisors maybe don't fully lean into the niche marketing, uh, campaign for a variety of reasons. Sometimes they don't think they have a natural niche. Sometimes they're afraid that it's going to, turn off people who don't fit into that niche. But studies have shown, and advisors that we work with, we see this firsthand, that advisors who have a solid niche can really do some great marketing, have great success, and it really can help boost and grow your business in a way that is sustainable. And AI can really make that process, the entire process, much easier for advisors who either don't have a niche right now or have one and want to expand on that a little bit more. So going through the whole process, starting with, saying, I don't have a niche and I don't know where to start. There's kind of two ways I think AI can help advisors here. One is we've seen this through our advisor client rich niche program that we started years ago, that many advisors actually do have a niche in their book and they just don't necessarily realize that it exists. And that to figure that out, we used to say, go through your book and look at, try to find the similarities and all of that. And now with AI, I mean, you could get rid of, names and all of that and kind of upload that into ChatGPT and ask it to look for that natural niche that already exists. And you might be surprised by what it finds. If you're someone who really believes they don't have a natural niche in their book already, you can also use AI tools like Perplexity to research, what might be some good niches for what you're interested in or your geographical area, if there's certain businesses that exist there, and get, a good profile of what your niche could be. And then going on even from there, once you identify a niche, AI can help you with your messaging around that. In our AI marketing program, we lead our attendees through kind of building their own messaging platform using a GPT that we created for them. So by answering a few questions, they're able to get this really comprehensive messaging platform. If you have a niche and you answer those questions with that niche, you're going to have an entire messaging platform built around that niche that can then help you build out more marketing, things like your value proposition, your website copy, marketing materials, all of that. So once you identify that niche and you can use AI to help you kind of build some messaging around that, that feeds into all the other marketing that you're going to be doing. And all of a sudden, you can have really impactful messaging and marketing materials that reflect that niche and you can really get out there quickly with it. So that's what I have to say. Sean, anything to add on that?
Well, yeah, I was kind of interested in, generally speaking, what the research might tell us about how long it takes for an advisor to research and launch a niche. And um, uh, I got a variety of answers, but one that totaled an estimated total time in the first year as between 170 and 350 hours to research and launch a new niche. And that pre-AI, that kind of sounds right. Um, but again, the promise of AI, and not just the promise, but the delivery is for big cognitive tasks. AI can save you like 80% of the time. So I think the key point, the key lesson here is that uh, leveraging AI into niche marketing is going to dramatically shorten your launch time and your success time. So, and there's so much you can do to get up to speed very quickly now by using the AI research tools to learn more about your niche, develop the marketing campaigns, develop ideal client personas for that niche, et cetera. And every time we talk about it, I get more excited. It's like, okay, we're gonna have an AI niche marketing program. Our program is AI marketing for advisors, and you will learn a set of skills that if you chose to pursue a niche, you're going to be a new niche. You're going to be served very well by what you're learning and the tools you're being exposed to, for sure.
Yeah, it was actually one of my first things I did at Horse's Mouth was I think I proofed some of the rich niche materials. And so I'm familiar with the worksheets upon worksheets we had to lead advisors into the step of researching, a niche to fully understand it and get on top of these issues. And now that can all be done for you in minute. It's kind of crazy.
It
Uh,
is.
yeah,
It-
it's insane. All right. Well, speaking of something that's also kind of crazy and really exciting, Sean, is a marketing virtual assistant that you can, if what you're doing, and we lead people through this in the marketing workshop, how to create a marketing virtual assistant for you using AI uh, to help you come up with and run your marketing plan, day in and day out.
Yep, throughout
What?
the year.
Yeah.
That is in fact what that is uh, the penultimate session. We lead you through, doing a marketing audit, um, analyzing your value proposition, analyzing and developing and improving your value proposition and your ideal client persona, creating a 26-point message platform that is going to inform everything you do with your marketing. And then that leads to a uh, 12-month marketing plan that you will, at the end of the 5 weeks of training, you'll have gone through, and it's going to be very customized and specific, for your goals and your firm. And what you learned in the last session is how to have a virtual marketing assistant, a virtual marketing director, in fact, who you can meet with anytime, day or night, once a week, once a month, every other day, whatever your needs are. This AI agent will be fully versed in your marketing plan and your message platform and your ideal client personas and your marketing audit. All that information is at the fingertips, the virtual fingertips of a virtual AI marketing director who literally has a conversation with you, who literally tees up an agenda for every time that you meet to discuss marketing, and who has the ability to move things along, create marketing content for you that you still, must sign off on and edit and polish, but you are going to um, basically in 4 hours or so per month of close work with your AI marketing director, you're going to have your marketing moving, flowing, going out on schedule and consistently. And that is the key aspect of great marketing, is to be consistent, because when you're consistent with your marketplace, they get a sense of who you are, and they inevitably respond. And so you'll be experiencing new leads. You'll be experiencing some of the other things we'll talk about here later in a few minutes. Leads from people who respond to your advertising, who come to your landing page, who download your lead magnet and get on your list. So you're going to have a virtual marketing assistant who leads you through and can help with any problems or challenges that you encounter along the way. It's going to be unlike anything any advisor has ever experienced before.
Right,
And
totally incredible.
I know that sounds crazy, but it's absolutely true.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for the hoverboard from Back to the Future that I wanted to ride as a kid.
Right.
But At least now we have AI personas to help us with our marketing. But no, it's really exciting, and this is one of the things where I think when a lot of people like attend any kind of workshop or event, you know, the challenge is to keep going, keep that momentum going, keep implementing, and this AI marketing assistant, it's there for you.
Right.
And I mean, we have follow-up meetings that we do with everybody from the workshops um, to check in. But you now have, access 24/7 to the guidance you need when you get this in place. So it's really,
Yeah, Doug,
really something.
you put your finger on an idea we'll have to think about. But like, what if at the end of every one of our workshops, not just the AI stuff, but the Social Security, the taxes, the IRA, everybody had um, their custom implementer,
Mhm.
so that again, you don't finish, a live in person 1 or 2 day workshop or a 4 day virtual workshop over 4 or 5 weeks, and then you have all this material, you've got your CE credits, but like, you want to implement it, but it just kind of fades away. But if you had a virtual expediter or implementer, we'll have to give this some thought. All right, we won't spend too much time on it, but
Yeah. Food for thought for sure.
might have stumbled upon something there.
Yeah. Okay, well let's move on to lead magnets, Devin. I don't know if you want to take us away on this one, but of course, everybody who's knows anything about digital marketing at all knows lead magnets are something you've got to have, right? Some valuable resource that you trade to people in exchange for their email address in most cases.
Mhm.
So you want to kind of maybe define for it better than I just did what a lead magnet is, and then explain how AI tools can help you, create an effective one very quickly.
I'll do it as quickly as possible while making sense. But yeah, and this, it kind of reminds me of what you just said about, our rich niche program and how, you proofed that when it first came out and it was all these worksheets, because in our advisor client program, we have a 3-part lead gen strategy session that we've been teaching for years at this point. And similarly, there's all these worksheets that you need to fill out, brainstorming. In this program, we do provide a lead magnet, but it's something maybe that might fit into, your target audience, but maybe it doesn't. And then you need to think about what you're going to offer instead. We give the HTML for, all these different pages, the landing page, a thank you page, but there's still a lot of work on the advisor's end to implement.
About the pre-AI.
Pre-AI, yes, thank you.
Right.
Pre-AI. This was, something that we developed probably over 10 years ago at this point, with no AI assistance. And, just attending the sessions is 3 hours of your time, plus building all of that out. You're looking at, a very comprehensive thing, and you get one lead magnet from it. Of course, you can replicate it, but you're doing all that work over again. And now, with AI, there is so much more that we can do to really create these unique, comprehensive lead generation campaigns in, a third of the time, a quarter of the time, possibly. So number one, we talk about a lead magnet. That's the kind of content that you're essentially giving away in exchange for someone's contact information, their name, email address, phone number. Um, you can have a conversation with ChatGPT, especially if you've gone through, now you have a niche, you've done all of that, and you can have a conversation where it's helping you produce these really high quality lead magnets, things like checklists, guides, white papers, that are going to speak directly to your target market. You can have AI help you with the process of creating the copy for a landing page. That's the page that someone would land on to submit their information. You want to have kind of a quick summary of what it's about to keep their interest. It can help you with the advertisements that you might put on LinkedIn or Facebook to attract new people to click on this and say, hey, yeah, I really would love this checklist on how to become, tax ready for retirement, or whatever it might be. It can help you with the thank you page. It can help you with strategy around who should I be, if I'm going to do paid ads on LinkedIn or Facebook, who should I be putting this in front of? Where does it make sense to be putting my money? What's my audience here? It can help you with the entire process. And this, I think, is something that has been a pain point for advisors pre-AI, because everyone knows they need lead magnets. Everyone wants to build out their email list and get more prospects, but it's a struggle of how do I find the time to launch a really good lead gen campaign where I can collect names on a regular basis. The work is being done for me in the background, and then I can, market to these people in other ways. And now with AI, I think, it's a key to unlock this where you can now kind of do the whole process by having a conversation with ChatGPT and get these campaigns up and running multiple times a year and have those prospects coming in on a regular basis.
Yeah. And you can repurpose things for lead magnets too
Of
very easily
course.
with AI as
Of
well.
course, that too. Yeah. I mean, there's so much, like we could do a whole rich niche campaign with AI. We could do a whole lead magnet program on AI because there's just so much you can do with it.
Okay, well, let's move on then to the issue of uh, emphatic communications. So a
Empathetic,
client,
excuse me, empathetic, not emphatic.
empathetic, thank you. Yes, you're emotionally related to emotion. You've got a client who's had a difficult situation. They're going through something tough, the death of a loved one, something like that. You feel compelled to write them a message. This is something that you can spend a lot of time, banging your head against the wall, trying to find that right phrase or thing to say. Now we have AI tools that can help us get started, if not draft, much of the communication itself. Sean, do you want to
Yeah,
explain
Doug,
this?
thanks.
Yeah.
We've seen this, it's come up repeatedly since we started teaching our AI class, our introduction to AI last July. And it is worth noting that repeatedly we hear from advisors that they, from time to time, face a difficult communication with a client, usually. It may deal around, a death or a health matter or, some life crisis, right? And, you know, advisors are just like everyone else. Some of us are, you know, touched with the right grace and ability to say the right things very easily in difficult situations or sensitive situations. And then some of us are at the other end of the spectrum and are more challenged. And it's those of us at the challenging end who, when confronted with having to, you know, um, write a sympathy note or be empathetic in a particular situation, that can be difficult. And you could spend, 30 minutes pulling your hair out trying to say the right thing to a client who has just said that maybe they have cancer or their wife has cancer or somebody's died or they're, whatever the case is. And what these advisors have told us over and over again is that, hey, I first went to ChatGPT and explained the situation. I said, I have a client who just revealed, that his wife has been, diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and he's is just giving me the heads up about it and knows and wants to talk more about what this might mean for, his life, her life, their finances, etc. Right? Those kinds of things come up all the time. And these advisors have said that they have taken that little situation, the little bits of information, a client with a particular challenge who's expressed some concern or just shared the information with me, help me write a sympathetic, empathetic, insightful, warm, friendly response. Okay. And so instead of, pulling your hair out trying to say just the right thing for 30 minutes or more, they get a draft going very quickly with the AI. And yeah, I think it's very rare that you would just cut and paste in a situation like this. But what you'll get is something that's very, very usable. It gets you down the path. It gets you started. You can carve it up, add, an appropriate, personal insight or whatever the case may be. But the AI models will help you be more efficient in delivering, empathetic or sympathetic messages or any sort of sentiment really. And I never expected this. I never expected this, but it keeps coming up consistently. And once it happened the first time, it was like, yes, of course, I can see this for sure. And so, uh, some people might be put off by that. I don't know exactly. But if you know that, yeah, you don't have the grace or charm to, just have the perfect empathetic message, just, trip off your tongue or spill out of your, fingertips and onto the keyboard, then all right, why not use the AI model to help you along on there? So that is something people definitely handling difficult. Also, it can just be handling difficult conversations, right? Maybe I had to do it with sympathy or empathy. It doesn't have anything to do with that. Maybe you got a client who's like, hopping mad about something. Okay. And you want to find a way to defuse the situation, say the right things without contributing to making the situation worse. So you can go to the AI model and explain what's going on. And of course, you're never using personal identifiable information, so you're not sharing any you're not breaking any privacy rules or any of that sort of thing here. You're just getting some assistance and some coaching, by a co-intelligence that actually has been trained on, a vast array of scenarios and, be touching and um, respond better sometimes than we might respond, at least initially, or get us down the path to assisting us in doing, responding in a better way. So yeah.
Yeah, I had an experience too on kind of the other side of that of something more fun, but I wanted to write a poem for my aunt's 75th birthday and I put in some details about her and it spit something out and it was fun and cute. And it's like if you have clients who are hitting this milestone and you want to just do something different, like you'd be surprised with what it can come out with. And people
Yeah,
love that stuff.
right. Absolutely true. And the one thing I'd always say about that is just be sure to edit it
Yeah.
because they can give you the Epic of Gilgamesh and it can sound great and
Yeah.
everything, but like no one's going to believe you wrote a
Yeah.
20 stanza poem to your aunt anyway.
I will say I
Look the clip.
disclosed I had help. So
Yeah.
but people still love that. They think you
Yeah.
took the time to make a
No,
personal
it's
thing
true.
for them.
It's totally true. It's totally
Yes,
true.
I emphatically recommend you check out AI tools for empathetic use cases with communication. Okay, so let's round things out here with this use case of using AI tools to summarize market trends, right? Obviously, we have the client letter that we publish at Horse's Mouth by Charles Sherry, kind of helps do this, but this can be augmented by using AI tools and also enhanced in other ways. Sean, did you want to lead us off here?
Yeah, because I'm uh, taking a quick check over here to see what's happening in the markets today. Things haven't been going so well recently, and uh, yeah, how can you? There were varying in my 25 years in this business, there have been varying times um, when one can say broadly that AIs are, I mean, that AIs, that clients are reacting, having feelings about what's going on in the market. Uh, and, we may be approaching that again sometime soon here. And everybody gets all sorts of market updates from their firms, from different asset managers, different organizations you follow and subscribe to, things you get here at Horse's Mouth. But the question is, there may be times when you want to step in and write a more personal update or explanation for, what is going on. Like, for instance, right now, we get tariffs. Tariffs is pretty much a disaster, and you might want to find a sort of sensitive way to explain to your clients, what exactly is tariffs and how they're working, and why this is possibly having an impact on their portfolio, and the economy more broadly. And so you can you can gather up other sources, right? Like all the sources that I'd mentioned before, the asset managers, your own firm, things you subscribe to, things that you see, in your daily reading, and you can curate them and bring them all together. And then you can load them up into AI and say, look, uh, I've gotten a few calls in the last week. Clients seem to be confused and upset about this tariff thing. Help me write an informative, 300-word blog post or note to my clients, about what you're seeing, what people are saying, and uh, you could even ask the AI model. You could have a back and forth with it, where you're not just using it to summarize what's going on, but you're using it to actually, find um, a narrative thread of what you can say about what's happening that somehow connects back to, um, your own philosophy about your business and what's going on in your clients' lives and their portfolios. The point is that there is AI can help you summarize and boil down and expand or amplify certain themes that you see relating to what's going on in the market, that you may find is something that you like doing and that your clients respond to because it's written in your voice. And that is, of course, one of the things that people learn in our AI Marketing for Advisors program is we teach you how to train your AI model, ChatGPT in this case, to speak and write like you. So it's not like it's coming off like some analysts from JP Morgan Chase, or some Yahoo on Reddit, right, or whatever. It will sound like you, and because it will be informed by a deeper understanding of the type of writer and thinker and personality that you have. We have something called the horse's mouth um, writing style interviewer, and what everybody in the program goes through this AI tool, and at the end of the process, the tool creates a certain code that contains various measurements of your personality type and your writing style. And we show you how to take that code and put it into your ChatGPT so that when you're writing to your clients, it is really reflecting your own individual writing style. So that's another interesting thing that happens. And my point is that when you're writing market summaries and sending them to your clients, they won't just seem like anything generic from ChatGPT or from JP Morgan Chase. They'll sound more like you. So that's another key aspect of learning how to co-write with AI. It's a big thing. It's going to be getting bigger. And it's all part of understanding that advisors are succeeding now and saving time and getting a lot more done by tapping into AI as a co-intelligence. And this is an idea or a concept I borrow freely from a book called Co-Intelligence by Ethan Mollick, who's a professor at the University of Pennsylvania, the Wharton School. He's professor of innovation. And in it, he just explains that we're all knowledge workers. Those of us who are sitting at the computer and thinking and talking with people and typing and writing, that we now all have access to this, super strong AI that can help us do our jobs way better, way faster, at a higher level of quality than ever before. And that's what our AI for Marketing program is about, is showing you specifically how you're going to leverage and tap this new AI co-intelligence to support your weekly or monthly efforts at marketing your business, meeting new prospects, sharing information with them, and inviting them into a process that leads to conversations and then ultimately leads to new clients and new assets and new success in your business. That's what the program's all about. So it starts on Thursday, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And as Doug has mentioned before, all you need to do is go over to horsesmouth.com/AI marketing. You'll see all the information there. It's a 5-week program, and we look forward to having you there. So I think that's it.
Absolutely. Okay, great. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great rest of your day.
Take care.